beat them in a game of sports. Guru, go cover more boxing. I shall. Thank you for the $5. Hey, Guru, Poly C Major here. Poly Sci Major. Poly Sci? Political science major? Or is it just like how many genders are there? And is that the question? Oh, you're a political science major in Canada? Advice to become a towel holder for fighters. Yeah. More specifically, well-endowed fighters. It's my dream job. All right. Average Canadian donation. Thank you for the $5. I'm not sure how to be a towel holder for fighters, dude. I don't know how you... I actually don't know how you apply for that job, and I think anyone who does apply for it should be turned away. The only way people should be able to do that job is if they're forced to do it and they don't want to. Don't you agree? Like, when I'm older, if I ask someone to ever babysit my kids, I want them to tell me no first. You know what I'm saying, chat? It's one of those types of jobs. Like, if I ask you as a friend to babysit my kids, you better be annoyed about it and not want to do it, and I have to convince you. I don't want someone immediately saying, yes, they're down. You know what I'm saying? MMA is dying. Okay. Thank you for the $2. Impression of Volk arguing with Vittoria. I really don't know. I really, really fucking don't. Damn, dude. I just saw a fucking theater, and Pedro Pascal's in 3 of the posters on the wall of films that are on. Fucking hell. Anyway, no one cares. How funny would it be if Porier got KO'd in the first? It'd be hilarious. It'd be funny. No, it wouldn't. It'd be sad as fuck. I'm glad that it didn't happen that way. Oh! Chat, have you seen people saying that Holloway was holding back? Yes or no, chat? Holloway wasn't holding back. Holloway was waiting for the perfect flatline KO over Porier. He was not holding back on Porier, dude. He was not holding back. He was waiting to load up the biggest flatline KO on Porier you've ever seen. So people are saying, oh, Holloway's so nice for holding back. No, he's actually an evil cunt now. And he wanted that fucking flatline as Porier got back up. He was loading up that shot to the side of the head. He did not feel bad for Porier, dude. Watch him as he lets Porier back up and fucking shovels that punch into the side of his head. He wanted a fucking flatline. Same thing against TK's ear. He wasn't holding back. He wanted to let him back up and then fucking lay into him with a flatline KO. It didn't look like he held back in the first round. It didn't. He just wanted it clean. Impression of Chael discovering Andrade's OnlyFans. I just can't stop looking at her cock. I really, really can't. I really can't do it. He was hitting DP like he owed him money. He was. He was beating the shit out of Dustin Poirier, dude. No one's holding back if they're throwing spinning back kicks to the face. End of the argument. He's throwing spinning back kicks to the face. End of discussion. He's not fucking holding back. There's no way. I hate when people say that. He's holding back. I saw him throw a head kick. He's not holding back from getting a KO. Why does Craig Jones keep kissing? I don't know. Thank you for the $2. Craig Jones is just, Brought up Ilia never fights anyone in their prime. And I've been saying this for a minute. Paddy and him haven't fought anyone in their prime. Because people suddenly aren't in their prime when they lose to him. Holloway just had a stellar performance against Porier. Before that, he knocked out Gaethje in one of his best performances of his career. But the second he got knocked out by Ilia, he wasn't in his prime. Even though for the first 2 rounds, Holloway looked on fire in the Ilia fight. Suddenly, he's not in his prime. Volkanovski loses to Ilia. Bad situation for him to take the fight. Just came back and beat Diego Lopez. He's the reigning champion, and most of you would pick him to beat every contender at featherweight. He lost. He's not in his prime. He won. He's back in his prime. Day. Oh, he lost again. He's not in his prime again. That was when he wasn't in his prime because you beat him. But if he would have beaten you, he would have been in his prime. If Holloway reclaimed the featherweight title and beat Ilia, he'd be in his prime. Shut the fuck up. And pussy ass fucking fans, dude. This guy's knocking out all your boys. Get over it. Thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $2. Ilia sending Steiny flying was funny. Dude, if I was doing a bunch of other shows as well, it'd lose its sting. Whittaker versus Gegard in 2020. Whittaker would have won. God forbid the UFC wants a BMF champion. You guys are not WWE. Have some fun, little bro. Nah, no silly belts where you get knocked out and you're and still for the next fight in the same weight class. Or not in the same weight class, but, you know, I don't understand it at all. Doesn't make any sense. If the belt's going to shift weight classes and it's not belonging to a weight class, then it should have some linealness if it's going to be real. And I don't like it anyway. And stop acting like they wanted to do something fun for the fans. They just didn't have title fights headlining pay-per-views suspiciously every time. And they put the BMF belt only on the line whenever they didn't have title fights. And they were lack and not as prepared for a pay-per-view. It's the truth. I hate it. It's silly as fuck. Just do undisputed belts. We're not boxing. Hey, Guru, do you see yourself doing... Hey, get in together. I'm going to take a picture. Don't fucking do that, mate. Or I'll fucking knock your fucking no mouse out, mate. Right, what's Sean Strickland got to say, sorry? Thank you for the $20. Or the 200 ARS. I appreciate that. The Argentinian sticks that you've sent me. Open to that fight. That'd have been a sick one. So what did Sean Strickland say? I don't keep in touch with friends anymore. I just send memes. Sean, I'm getting married. Send meme. Sean, my dad died. Send meme. Sean, I'm having a kid. Send meme. I wonder how Nina is doing. I'm going to send her a video of someone almost dying on a motorcycle. What is Sean Strickland posting about on Twitter? I don't even understand what he's... I don't understand what Strickland is up to half the time, but fair enough. Classified, isn't it? It's a classified case now. Government stepped in, you know, MI6 and that, so they're not going to declassify it for the next 2 decades, I think. So I'll have to tell you about it when I'm like 45. You see Roundtree on the verge of tears on Joe Rogan because of Ankalaev's trash talk. I did not see that. Yeah, I'm not seeing this Khalil Roundtree clip, so someone's going to have to send it to me. So I haven't seen the Khalil. Wait, is this a fresh fucking thing? Is Khalil on Joe Rogan again? Is that why people are saying this? He ain't had him back on the show, has he? Jesus Christ, Joe! There's fucking 50 other people on the roster! Fuck! There's fucking 100 other fighters on the roster I want to see on JRE, dude. Stop having Khalil Roundtree on once every 6 months. Every time I'm waiting for a new fucking JRE MMA show to see what fighter's on there, it's fucking Khalil Roundtree again, man. 4 times now. I don't care if he cried and went to Thailand. Fucking hell, man. Same shit every time with him. Watching your Jones content. Oh, wait. Did you see the Ilia stuff? What about? You got to be a bit more specific than that. Many waddle away, waddle waddle. See Arman chasing the duck? Arman Tsarukyan. The UFC have told Ilia Topuria you're not next. They have told you that you are not next. Everyone in the industry is very aware that you are not next for a title shot because you nearly ruined an entire event and ruined the entire fabric and time-space continuum of the lightweight and featherweight and welterweight divisions all at once because you pulled out a day before a fight. Fight a opponent first. Pimlet, please. October, thank you. Arrivederci. Annoying ass fucking jit, bruh. Pissing me off, Arman Tsarukyan, dude. Ilia literally said they're talking about Gaethje or they're talking about Pimlet. They're not talking about you. It's not Ilia's choice who he defends against. It's the UFC's and you're not it. Stop being a fucking bitch. Pissing me off. Rip Hulk Hogan. Thank you for the $2, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you for the 1 gifted membership, Steph Guthier. Guri, will you cry when RDR retires Bobby Knuckles? I may be upset about this, yes. There's a good chance I'll be upset. Arman was back up, though. Oh! Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't realize he was back up. Oh, so I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize that Arman made weight as a backup opponent. Oh, well, now everything's fixed. No. Fight someone you haven't competed in the octagon for a year and 4 months. Do something. Do your fucking job. And fight someone. For fuck's sake. Thank you for the 20 months of membership. Is there a world where Derek Lewis somehow gets a title shot? Also, keep up the great work, Guru. Can't wait for you versus Shamil at the White House. There's not going to be me versus Shamil at the White House. Derek Lewis somehow gets a title shot. No, not now. In the future, maybe if he knocks out Curtis Blades in a rematch next, which is likely and could happen, then we could run that. The clip of the Nelk Boys joking. Thank you for the membership, Benjamin Church. I appreciate the membership. Do you think Jan will get a title shot? He will if he wins. Yeah, 100%. Manel Cap's right hand stall what, mate? Yeah, ding dong of a ting. Thank you for the £5. You should do a comedy segment with Jesse on Fire for the next DJ pod. That shan't be happening, little guy. Thank you for the $5. What are the pros and cons of being undefeated in MMA? What separates the guys that get better after a loss and those that fall off after losing? Fight IQ. Do you have a brain or not? Most of the fighters are brain damaged and retarded, and most fighters are pretty smart. Or other fighters are pretty smart. So, yeah, it depends, man. Thank you for the 5. Some fighters just don't make any improvements for decades because they ain't training. UFC's just tough guys. It's barely a sport. Hey, Guru. You know what I don't like, chat? Does anyone ever see a viral post where Holloway is talking about a 50K that he didn't get? And the comments are all saying, 50,000 for a world championship fight? That's crazy. I hate seeing those posts. And they go viral. I saw a post on YouTube of Holloway complaining about not getting the 50K bonus. And he just said, I didn't get the 50K. We didn't get the 50K. And all it has 30,000 likes, millions of views. And all the comments with thousands of likes are 50,000 for a championship fight is great. It's actually insane how dumb the world is. Thank you for the 5. We all text BJ Penn, the fog is coming. No, don't do that. 5 out of 5 stars, you flipping nonce. I know, dude. Hey, Guru, thanks for keeping it real. Thank you, Bare Bones. I appreciate you, man.
Actually, I met my wife in Miami.
Really?
Yeah, she was living there.
Damn. Who says you can't meet your wife in Miami?
But you can find your wife in any place in the world.
You hear that? Put that on Only in Dade on Instagram. You can meet your wife in Miami.
Alright, let's roll.
Put it on Only in Dade is hilarious.
Everywhere. But why are you saying that?
Huh?
Why are you saying that?
Everyone says that.
Because you go to the party and this is the only place
Yeah.
you see. But you don't know the another part of Miami of the people that just they want.
The normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But best place to work out too, Miami, because you can just walk outside and run the water.
Actually, I made my...
If he knocks out Curtis Blades in a rematch next, which is likely and could happen, then we could run that. The clip of the Nelk Boys joking about Ilia meeting his wife in Miami made me cringe so hard my skin crawled. I'd never show my face near him again. Thank you for the $5. I know, yeah. Turns out you can't find your wife in Miami, huh? And then Ilia went, what? Who said this? Who? Well, maybe you go to Miami, you party, but there's a different people there. Who said this? What does that mean? Everybody's whole... Dude, Ilia turned the whole room dead quiet, you know. Dead quiet. The second that they said that, the whole room went fucking silent like crazy. It was weird. Where did Arman say this? Arman's been talking about Ilia being a dark and he wants to fucking fight. And dude, Arman, fight an opponent and get a title shot and hype us up. It's pissing me off, man. He's been out of there for a year and 3 months sitting on his fucking ass. You pulled out of your last fight, man. Do a fucking fight and show up. Impression of BJ Penn finding wires under his skin. Thank you for the $2. I knew it. Their veins, yeah. Impression of Bully Aspinall. Bully, don't know. I mean, he might have a horrible take on it. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Mikey Mushemi not wanting to show Connor's lifting weights. Pick to anyone else in BJJ class. Nobody gets to see this but me. This is going to go on the inside of my locker. Could Mikey Mushemi beat anyone at all in the UFC? No. Did you see the Nelk Boys clip of them saying wow to Ilia's wife being from Miami and him getting offended? Crazy, dude. Crazy. I know what they were trying to say, but I don't think they realized like it wasn't, because they probably like rip into each other's girlfriends and relationships and stuff like that. But that's Ilia's wife that he's really committed to now. He's in too deep. So you can't just be chucking around jokes like that in front of the internet. You know what I mean? Maybe if he said it while it was just him and Ilia off camera, he would have been okay with it. But I think Ilia paused, realized what they said in front of like the stream, and realized that he was kind of being the butt of the joke, because he delayed reacted to it. You know what I mean? But they were kind of suggesting that she was from the streets, at least, in a way. And then Ilia just hit him with that one-liner. They all went dead silent. It was crazy. And you know what? Yeah, either all the Nelk Boys are pretty small, or Ilia's like weirdly big for how short he is. I don't know how he was mogging every single one of them, despite being shorter than all but Steiny. It was a weird video. Just finished wrestling. Sup. Very funny. Impression. I'm sorry about Aussie. I know that's like a fucking big deal. This is what you guys seem to not understand, is that I'm just a huge fucking deal. You know what I mean? Stop sending me the fucking AI guru videos on Instagram. Please. I'm sick of it. It annoys me. To be honest, I feel like Ilia probably just took it as disrespect, whether the camera was there or not. I get it, but you could see that he paused and realized they're clowning me on the stream right now. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a pause and realize, oh, wait, that was kind of a disrespectful thing. He kind of paused and went, oh, no, I've got to check them for this. You know, like right now. You know? So it's definitely like, oh, no, he had to make sure to address it, because that was a sneaky one that they tried to get past him, you know? I was in the Tebegutia. Just had my third baby, Guru. Hope you are well. Good for you, Kent Alicious. I appreciate the $2, dude. Good for you. I'm doing well, and I hope you are as well. Why a guy named Steinberg interviewed Netanyahu? I know. It's because his dad's a lawyer for Nelk. What did Steiny and the Nelk Boys' dad do? What was his famous legal case that he did? He's the lawyer for Nelk, and Steiny's his son, and now they kind of had to hang around with him, right? Who's the I can't remember what Steiny's dad did. There was like a famous case that he had. I can't remember. Not O.J. Simpson, no. I can't remember. I'll check Strickland's newest tweet in a bit. I've got to catch up on donos here. Thank you for the $10. Hi, Guru. Thank you for the entertainment. Did you see the BJ Penn video of him asking Dana and Lorenzo for help getting his house back? I didn't see that. No, that's very fucking sad. But there you go. They should step in before he dies. Chris Barnett, I've already read all these. Thought it was pretty clear he was saying even in a city like Miami, you can find a woman that's wife material. Very true. Why is everyone intentionally misunderstanding? Thank you for the $10. No, it's not that anyone's misunderstanding. It's that they clearly said it in a way that was like, turns out you can find someone. Pretty clear that you can find women that's wife material, even in a city like Miami. Yeah, but it has a connotation to it that you just shouldn't say about someone's wife. Thank you for the $10. You know? There was definitely a connotation, and then he said put it on a dating site and started laughing with his boys about it. There was a connotation to it, so Ilia checked him. But it was fine. I think they were just being like a bit... They were testing the boundaries of what they could rip him on and joke about, maybe. Or they just were in their own world and forgot that Ilia was right there, even, you know? And just assumed that he would be like a random guy. What would Connor's... Man. Thoughts on the Nelk Boys interviewing Netanyahu? But he seems nice other than that, though. I don't know. But that's why I was so up in arms about Habib a while ago. I've kind of forgotten about all that now, but... I don't mind Makhachev as much. Makhachev seems cool. Makhachev seems nice. But Khabib was a fucking cunt, but... You know. Thoughts on the Nelk Boys interviewing Netanyahu? The Nelk Boys, you mean? Yeah, they're cool, man. The Nelk Boys, they did their thing. The Nelk Boys are owned by them. Yeah, I mean, Steinberg, their lawyer, his dad got them out of a bunch of legal problems in the early days of their channel that kept them able to keep going. So they're at the mercy of them from now on. Their existence is up to them, in my opinion. And they work with the UFC, who's owned by Ari Emanuel. But let's not get into this every day. Bully Aspinall hired to make Conor quit politics. Yeah. Fucking give it a fucking... Sure. No, they shouldn't at all. Silly, dumb idea. Thoughts on Roundtree crying on JRE about Ankalaev talking crap? Crying? He wasn't crying about it, was he? I didn't see him crying about it. Maybe he cried about it. I don't know. I don't know if he cried about it or not. So he didn't. Okay, so no, it didn't happen. Pointless. Thank you for the $5. I swear Maniz was getting threats against his life, against Ikram. They was tit for tat. Then he got hit with a jab. He's seen come and look at. With a jab that he's seen